Hi guys, so today I just received, like literally 15 minutes ago, the Crafter's Companion Card Making Compendium Autoship. I think this is the third Autoship, if I'm not mistaken, because the first one was the dies, which I did return, even though I wanted to keep it because I like to keep all the sets. Just, I don't think the value was there. And the second set was the kind of like burgundy and earthy tones, kind of deeper like fall tones. And this one's called Ocean Breeze. So it just came in. It looks really cute from what I see here on the cover. So, you know, they did have sneak peeks as far as whenever you went to order it, that when it was the Today Special, they did have, you know, images for the next few times. But, you know, it's nice to see it in person. I do have a little bit of housekeeping, so if you're here just for this and you don't want to hear any housekeeping, you know, I'll have the information here for you to skip ahead. But yeah, so recently I you know, I was kind of going back and forth with Art Impressions, talking about different things, and the gal had mentioned if I would want to apply for their affiliate program. And so I did that, but going through that, it's a third party that does that with Art Impressions. I came across other companies that would suit this channel, right? I mean, that's basically what you want. If you just want to start getting affiliates and be like, buy this bed, or how about this, you know, ice cream maker? I mean, those kind of things, that it's not my thing. But so that's why now I have the affiliate links, and you guys are really sweet. A lot of you guys just clicked on it, even though, because you shop with them anyway, just to kind of help me out a little bit here on my channel. So that's amazing and really, really kind. It's just starting out, so I don't really, not that I don't know a lot about it, I just, we'll just go along as we go along, right? So if I have links in the description box, if I have an affiliate link to something, an item maybe that I'm showing, it will be there, and otherwise it might just be, you know, any old link, or however, you know, how I always did before. The thing was, what I like about affiliate programs is that they're not just giving me anything, you know, for free, or I mean, maybe once in a while they might, I don't know, right now, that's not how it works. You just go and shop them. Like, I'll go and shop them, and then if I show something there, you know, I'll have the link for you guys. So it's really nice. And then, of course, you make a small commission. That's why it's an affiliate link. But we do need to be very clear about that disclosure, right? So you'll see in the description box, it'll have that information. And if you click on those links, I will get a small commission. The price does not change of the items. You can click on that. It's exactly the same as if you hadn't clicked on it, right? It's just I won't get a commission if you don't click on my link. and so I just want to quickly let you guys know I do have a affiliate link now for Craft Stash, which is based in the UK. I have scrapbook.com, which is based in the US. Both of those, if I have any kind of sales or deals going on that I know of, I will let you guys know. Kind of like I always let you guys know about like Crafter's Companion or Art Impressions or whoever. Oh, and that includes Art Impressions. I'm also now an affiliate for them. So, well, I didn't say for them, because it's kind of different. You're not working with the company. It's just you do your own thing and you can link to them. That's all it is. So I don't want to misrepresent that, because I know a lot of times people will say, oh, I'm so glad you're with them. But it's not really with them. It's just a program, okay? And so, what was I saying? Oh, they always have sales, Craft Stash and Scrapbook. So, like, if you click there, you'll go to their site, and if there's any sales going on, I mean, at the very top, they'll tell you, you know, take this much off of this, or free shipping, or however, whatever they're running at the time. So I'll try and let you guys know, but they always have something. They're always having something. And Craft Stash is kind of fun because they always have like a half price little item, some kind of deal of the day, right? So that's one of the things you might see there. And so I'll just keep working, and I have orders for both those places, so when they come in, I'll be able to share that experience. And that's kind of what I've always said. I like when I shop the things, like Diamond Press, yes, they do send me items now with the reviews and stuff, and I recently became kind of an affiliate with them as far as the way the program works there, but I've always shopped them, you know, so I've always shopped Crafter's Companion, I've always shopped, you know, the things I get on HSN, so I like to be able to give the full review, full experience, right? So so that's what's nice, and then it doesn't entangle me in those kind of things. So I think you know, I appreciate this kind of affiliate program, and I really like it. And I just got one today for Arteza, which is really cool. The people that make like the different art supplies, and you guys know I've been using their brush pens very often. So I'll have the link to this brush pen if you're curious, because I'll probably show a few more things. Again, I like the watercoloring, and a lot of people, maybe that's not their thing, but this set right here is a nice, very comprehensive set, right? All the colors are in here, but they have a bigger one, 96, and they have a 24. And but this is the brush pens, the real brush pens. I've used a couple times in different videos, and you'll probably see them more often. So I'll have a link for those too. So that's kind of fun because they have a lot of variety of items. So as I order from them, you know, and I show it, and if you guys are interested, you can give that a click. So what else did I want to say about that? Because I know I had a lot of questions. Again, I do have a new P.O. box. If you are curious, a lot of people offer to send me cards and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, let me get just kind of wait until I get a P.O. box, and I finally got one. So that is also in the description box. And yeah, so thank you guys so much and for listening and doing a little housekeeping. I think that was it. Yes. All right, so the Ultimate Cardmaking Compendium Ocean Breeze Kit. Let's open this up and see what's up. So what I do like about this box is that it opens up like this, right? It has a pull tab. I don't want to go out too far because maybe I don't know what's going on back here. So we're going to open this up, and I'm just going to cut that. Usually I try to preserve the sticker, but for what? I don't know. I know a lot of you guys say that with your old boxes, the sub boxes, which yes, the sub boxes are still going out with HSN, the regular subscription box. I think it's on number 26 this next time or so. And they're behind, and you can get them now on crafterscompanion.com. If you are going to order something else from Crafters Companion, you might as well pick up your box there because you also get your discount, whatever level you are with them, through Club Inspire, which is free to sign up for. Some people said that they took everything out of their boxes. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm just too, I have to keep everything. But they do take up a lot of space, I mean. So, very cute. Let's open this up. So thank you guys so much for always supporting my channel. Like, you guys are so amazing. Like, I can't even say enough. And the sweet comments every day, I get every day, which is very, very sweet and kind. Sweet comments are sweet is what I just said. So it always comes with a card layout kind of book, and which is nice. It doesn't give you sizes of like the pieces. I know Close to My Heart, I always bring this up, does this kind of thing with sketches when you buy their workshops or stuff like that, or card kits, and it tells you exactly what these sizes should be, and I prefer that, to be honest, because like I'm looking at this, you know, you might end up cutting something, oh, it looks kind of too small or however, but it says it should be on 3x3 card base though, or this one should be on a 4x6 card base. So I'm not going to show exactly everything because I guess, I don't know, you know, it's what it is here. Again, we have our ribbons, and these are very ocean looking. So we have, it's usually like half, maybe 3/4 or 1 inch. You know, I'm just gauging that, might be 7/8. Some little dies, little 12-piece elements dies, very cute, very small. And right here it has like texture and all these things, but okay, good. I was gonna say, unless they have stamps to go along with this, you're not gonna be able to get that unless you're like watercoloring it in or doing it very lightly. Look at the little bottle, that is so cute. So the little shells, like a little wave kind of thing that you can cut maybe on the edge of your paper. The little birds that cut out all together at once, and there's 3 of them there. Starfish, shells, little lighthouse and all that. Then we have the color wheel, which again, very sweet kind of light colors. Really, really cute. And I never really use these, to be honest, but I kind of do. Like, I'll look at it and think about how they might be used, but again, all you're gonna do is turn it to where you want it, and if you want complementary colors, it's the 2 that are right across from each other, right? So this isn't in the right space. And then if you want like a triad of colors, a split complementary, it'll tell you these 2 and this guy that you're pointing at. Or these, you know, double complementary, these guys and those other guys, you know? So it's just the way you turn it, you kind of pay attention to that. But what's nice about the little holes, we'll talk about that in a minute, is you can put it to your paper and you can kind of see, is it more of an orange secondary color or is it a red-orange, you know? Because sometimes these colors, they look kind of similar, but this, when you put this on there and you're seeing your paper through the back, you can definitely tell what's going on. These are like color chips. That's what it says. They're color chips. And I haven't used these either. You know what I should do? I should take these out of the boxes and keep these out here, because then that will help me when I'm making cards or other things. So basically showing you what looks good together and the tones. That's the, well, again, I never watched the DVD that came with the first one, and I probably won't ever, but it does tell you more information. So it's telling you what, at least just looking at them, you have an idea of what the colors that look good together. And you need one for monochromatic that's just a single color. Okay. And here we have our stamps. This is really cute. I do like that it has a lot of different things. So, you know, that's great. Look at the little house, the little beach house or shack, I guess. It says beach hut. There you go, it's a beach hut. You have the shell, and you have other things that you do have the dies for here. And then this says wish you were here. I don't know if you can see that, and it's kind of wavy. So I think probably it, do you think it goes along with this? It would make sense if it did, but I don't know. Little wave, kite, life is a beautiful thing. Little sentiments here, live life to the full, to the full. And then it has the lighthouse there. We have embossing folders. They say 2D embossing folders, so they're basic embossing folders that will do little things like this. And again, when this came out, it came out with the Gemini Mini, and that's why they're like this, kind of small. I suppose if you wanted to run it through twice in a bigger machine to make a bigger thing, you could do that. And then we have the little anchors. That's cute. I like them both. So the card blanks and envelopes. Now, last month, see, they gave us these sketches. These sketches don't really, did they show this? Let me see, hold on. Wait, it might. Not here, okay. So they have one page where it kind of shows how you might use this card. It looks like it's a stepper card. I don't know if you call this one a stepper card. What do you call this? I can tell it's one of these funky cards already just by looking at it. I mean, I think it's a stepper, but the middle is up, right? So obviously I'm gonna keep this out because we're gonna use that. And that's the kind of card that comes this month. It's kind of a funky thing. Or this quarter. I think they come out every couple months, if not every 3 months. And let's look at the paper. Honestly, I'm already feeling like I should be done. I feel like I've been going through a lot of stuff already. I guess it was the housekeeping. Okay, cute paper with the shells, love it. This one, not my favorite, but it's still very cute with the little sailboats. Look how cute this one is. I love that. Little seahorses. Seahorses are one of my favorite little animals. And this one's like the little top of your beach umbrellas. Very inventive, that's cute. Paper that matches the embossing folder completely. You got like a little beach hut kind of feeling going on here, or fabric. The waves kind of looking paper. Again, another kind of umbrella fabric looking. Looks like sand. Kind of just pattern there. This one's cute because it has the top and the bottom pattern. Like a little frame. Or edging. This is cute. It's a little 90s looking. Doesn't this remind you of something that you might have seen in a bathroom in the 90s? It does. And then here, if you were around in the 90s. I think so. I think most people now, let me see. My son was born in 2000. He'll be 20 this year. Huh. I don't know. It's possible. Okay. And then the little nautical ties or knots or however you want to call those. And then we have colored card. So what I'm probably going to do is cut up paper and then come back so that it doesn't take all your day for me to figure out what's going on over here. But we have, again, like I said, some of these are very close together in color, and they do have a lot of tones. It's just really nice, or a lot of hues, a lot of colors. So when you get your color wheel, where is it? Way back when we talked about the color wheel. There's no half pearls in here, you guys. What happened? They're slipping. All right, let's see. So we have our little color wheel. What I'm trying to say is when you go to choose colors, like when you go look at it, you're like, oh, okay, you know what? This is actually more of a red-orange than just orangish color, which, again, this tones in this are very different. I wouldn't even consider this orange, but it is a little bit orangey. Like this one and this one. You can see they're very close. And you know what? On the camera, they don't look as close. On the camera, they look a lot different. To me, they look very close in real life. But you can kind of look at them and pick out where it is that, you know, what you need. Or what would be a better tone, I guess, for your project. Okay. Well, let me get some stuff together and we'll try this little guy out. I have this pile of stuff here. I try to stick to what's in here, but to do some of it, we are going to need like some stamping paper or something like that. So let's move over here. So I kind of had to make sure what was going to go back and what was going to be in the forefront as we use this thing so I can make my measurements. So let me fix this camera. And let me tell you what the measurements are, because this is kind of a pain. Did I lose? Oh no, good. I was like, if I lost a piece, I'm going to lose it right now, because cutting these pieces, some of them are so small. They could have made this any old size, but it has to be funky ones. So this area is going to be showing. So let's lay this flat. Now, when you get your card base, it's going to look like this, right? So this middle part, you're going to want to do a mountain fold. A mountain means up, out towards you, right? Mountain. And as you're kind of doing that, this is going to kind of want to tend to go backwards. So when you do this up, you're going to pinch these backwards, right? So this is up, these are back on themselves. And as you kind of bring it around, and if you even just move it like this, it's going to want to bend. So this bend here, there's one right in front, the second one is going to go in like a V, right? So valley, and then you have another mountain fold up in the front. So mountain fold. And that's pretty much what it looks like. It is kind of odd because this is one piece. Again, that's the same thing as last time around stepper cards. So are you going to cut a piece of paper and then just cut these little pieces out to fit it on there? Probably not. So I didn't try to do that. But I did measure these pieces. So, you know, so this section here, if you were to look at this as a section, it's 4 1/4 by 2 7/8. I suppose if you want to just put a little mat in here, you can measure that. I didn't even bother to do that because I was going to do a long piece. In my mind, I already had that kind of, it's like 3 1/8 to here, 3 1/8 by 2 7/8, okay? So 3 1/8, 2 7/8. This little block down here is 5 1/2 inches wide by 1 1/8, okay? So that little 1/8 piece is really kind of, So we have, on these side pieces here, they're 3 1/8 inches deep, and they're 1 1/4 inches wide. Of course, my neighbors want to come out and chit chat right now. And this other one's the same way. So this will be hidden in the back, so you don't need to worry about that. So what I did is I cut pieces, and I'll probably, you know, it looks really stark. I don't know that I want to distress them, to be honest. I kind of like a clean look, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to distress. I don't know. So these pieces are going to go here. Now, on the very cover, they have mats on these little areas. So there's a color, and then maybe some colored paper, and then another one. I was not going to cut 1/8 inch increments, these little tiny pieces, and cut more than this. So I just made my mats so that they almost fill it up. So they're just a little shy. So this one's 3 by 1 1/8 inch. Okay, so 3 by 1 1/8 inch. Again, if you don't want to deal with eighths, then just make yours a little bulkier. You know, do whatever you want, but, and I probably would use a wet glue, but for right now, I'm just gonna put this on here. Oh my gosh, the breeze is so nice. It was really hot right now, and I'm like, I'll open the window, but sometimes when it's warm, the breeze feels worse. It feels really great. I'm gonna lay this down, I guess. And again, I just used that little sand looking paper. And over here on this side. The reason I kind of kept it bent is because it's kind of hard to see what you're doing if it's not already bent for you. Like this one I did too low. But okay. And then I cut another piece for the front, these pretty little shell paper. And this one is 5 3/8 by 1. And these are inches, of course. 5 3/8 inches by 1. Again, if you want to do this one and then mat another one on top of this, and you're gonna have to do the math, because I'm pretty much done with that. But it's just so small and skinny. If they had strips of paper that were already cut down that small, fine, I would throw them on here. But I'm not trying to fidget with all that. And then this piece here, like I said, I was going to put here, and I wanted to use the embossing folder because I didn't do it last time. So this one's 4 1/8 by 2 3/4. Actually, I did use the embossing folder last time. Didn't I use it to do a word like a name or sending hugs or something weird like that? So this paper is white cordstock. White core. And I'm going to use this shell one because I figure why not. And so I'm just going to see where I want. It doesn't matter because it's the same color on both sides. But again, the word Gemini is on the back, but the color is on the front of the item. So this is where your paper, if it has a certain side, let's say it's white on the back, you want your color side facing up. So the piece that you want, you know, visible, it should be facing up. And you can put it wherever. I kind of want this bigger shell. I don't know, maybe I'll bring it down a little bit. I would like more shells and not to be showing, so I'll put it there. And let's put it in our diamond press marquee. Yes, I have the Gemini Mini, and I have everything that goes with it, and I don't use it very often. So it's not really my go-to. Now, so I don't do a lot of embossing in these kind of machines because this is the, you know, this is very thin paper, so it doesn't surprise me that it got that messed up. Let me get this. And hopefully I can get the white core to show through. Yes. So I'm just using a nail buffer. I buy these super cheap on Nail Light. And I just use them. That way, and you know what? I have a feeling people are going to be curious. I just, you know, the Gemini Mini's put away. It's in its own bag. I don't want to bring it out. So that kind of puts some white out in there. Because then you have that white core. And I was gonna pop this on here basically flat. I'll do that in just a minute though, because what we're gonna do next is a little bit of stamping, and I just have Crafter's Companion white stamping card, and the images that we're gonna use aren't even that big, so I'm just gonna use a little piece, just take a piece of that. And let's get our things. And what I was planning on doing is just a bunch of shells on the very cover. This is what I was thinking about, and maybe because I had seen it when I opened it, but I thought, okay, we'll do the shells. Kind of want to do the lighthouse, so maybe I'll throw the lighthouse in there too. And then we need, you know, some other items, but let's open this up. So I'm going to stamp this lighthouse, and then, let me see. I only want to stamp shells that have dies. So this one has a die, that one has a die, I believe. They have the skinny one too. Okay, they have dies for all of them, so I'm going to stamp all of them. I will be right back. I'm going to put them on blocks so I can stamp them. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I want to color these in, but you know what? I'll use the Arteza brush pen so you can check them out again and just keep an eye on what you think of them. So yeah, so I'm going to use my VersaFine. The VersaFine doesn't take super long to dry, but it does take a little bit longer. Like if you use Stays On or something like that, I don't know if I'd recommend it, but does this look crooked? I feel like it's on here kind of crooked. Let me let that fall down naturally. What I mean is obviously it doesn't matter because we're going to cut it out, but what I mean is like it looked crooked, the stamp itself. Stamped really nicely. Again, I have my rubber mat under here so that helps. Let's see. Oh, it looks pretty. I stamped it a second time just to get the ink off, and it looks really nice and like gray, really pretty. So I'm going to stamp all these different guys with enough space that I can run it through with dies and not have an issue like right here probably. Again, you don't have to do all that, but I kind of want to get as many as I can so I can run it through one time. Oh, so pretty. I like the detail on these stamps. It's really nice. Let's see here. Oh, I'm missing one over here. So I'm going to get these all stamped out and I'll be right back. Oh, I just want you to see the second generation stamp, what it kind of looks like with the VersaFine black. It's just nice and delicate. So if you color it in, it just kind of fades away like what they call no-line coloring, I suppose. And so I'm going to bring out my brush pens. Let me pick out some colors because that'll take me a little while, but basically I need like some gray for the lighthouse, maybe some blue. So what happens with these, you have all your 48 brush pens, and then it comes with a water brush, which I do use, but if you're not really confident yet, or you don't think that you can control this, because it does just put out water as it wants, and then you can squeeze it and put out more water, just use a regular brush. If you're going to do this kind of thing, or if you want to color them in, obviously you have your Spectrum Noirs and stuff, but you can just use a regular little brush. And one other thing is that this lid goes on the bottom like this. I never noticed that till the other day. Okay, let me pick out some colors and I'll be right back. Okay, starting with our lighthouse, I have the colors Elephant Gray is A130 and Bright Blue A108. Now you can wipe this on a stamping, anything clear, or not clear, it doesn't have to be clear, but plastic basically. It doesn't matter if it's packaging, like what these, you know, came out of this packaging, just rub it on somewhere so you can use it. Or you can go right in. So I'm going to try that and see how this waterpaper, this is not watercolor paper, see how this paper reacts. I know a lot of people say they love these on Bristol. I've only ever used these really on watercolor paper. And you guys saw what it did with that Crafter's Companion watercolor paper. That watercolor paper is horrible, but that's the premium watercolor paper. Somebody had asked which one. So if it says Crafter's Companion premium watercolor paper comes in a pad, I do not care for that as far as for this kind of thing where you lay down a marker and then get the color out. But it does well with anything else, right? Just plain actual watercoloring or making a background on it. So I'm just going to bring this gray in. I don't even know how dark this gray is. And I'm just bringing it into these sides where there's already darkness. And I'm just going to use my water brush to kind of soften that a little bit. It's pretty much sucking the water in. So what else you can do is just come to the tip of your marker and take the color off of it like that. Oh, another cool trick. I just did it right now. So let's say you want to get a light color to a darker color with these. Just dip it in some water, but like for a second. Just barely dip it. Let me show you. Actually, I'll get some water down. And you see it's gray. You know, the color is in there. It's pretty nice. But if you just dip it like that for a little second, I don't know if you can see the water's leaching the color out. It's white at the tip. So when you come in and you start coloring, I can come in from the edge and go from the middle, go towards the edge, and it will get darker. Did you see that? Let me do it again. Okay, it's already kind of wicked away. I'm starting at the center and going out towards the edge. And once I get out towards the edge, if I keep working there, it'll be darker there, naturally, because the pen lost its color, and then the color starts coming back in. So kind of cool. So I'll just continue kind of playing with this, just adding color. You do not have to wet these markers, just so you know. I mean, they're basically markers. They're brush pens, it says, but it's, you know, you can use it as a marker. And I always put this cap back on here. It's not from that, it's from the pen. And I kind of wanted to add a little blue just to see what that might look like. So I'm just gonna add some blue. So this kind of thing for me comes from AI, because I like the way they mix their colors and they add more. And again, boop, I can bring it in here. See, I pulled some of that color out. And again, if you're doing that, you probably want to start out in the edge and bring it towards the center here. Okay. So I'll continue coloring. I'm adding some of this blue in here. And then we have our shells. I did not pick out shell colors, but let's say... I have no idea. I know there's like a very light color again. So let's say like this peach A116, and this one's grape purple A148, only because it looks kind of brownish purple. And I'm going to come in and color in my shells. And again, however you like. I'm just kind of putting down some color right now just to put down color. But then I can bring in this guy. Again, if you just want to scribble it out. There's so many different ways to use these. Like right now I just did a few different ways. And bring that down there. So what I can say on this paper, it's not really letting me blend the water out. You kind of want to do one of these tricks, either sucking up some water or putting it down and using the water brush. It goes on nicely, but it's not really letting me push the color around like if it was a watercolor paper. Okay, so I'm just going to do this kind of thing with these other guys, and I will be right back. Okay, I have pretty much everything done here. I'm going to go ahead and hit them with the heat tool to dry them, because I want to make sure they're really dry before I run them through the die cutter. So I will be right back. Okay. So the shells are a little boring, I'm not gonna lie, because have you ever looked at a shell, unless you have some abalone or something super cool, like, especially when you find them washed up, they're already like bleached out and totally white, especially this kind. Do you remember like seeing these? I told you guys my gopher out in front right now dug up a shell, and I'm like, I know we live in San Diego, or near well, not San Diego proper, but San Diego County, and he's digging up, you know, things from the Cretaceous period. And I just keep joking, I keep throwing out those. I'm like, this guy's bringing up stuff from the Mesozoic era. Who knows? But yeah, so it's kind of funny. But they're usually like this. They're very light, and then they have like a little peachy color somewhere here and there. So what I'm going to do is put down as many dies as I can so I can run them through at one time. Now this little starfish is going to be interesting because it looks like he has to go a certain way. So there's a little shorter arm right here. I don't know if you can see that compared to maybe some of the other ones. I think that one goes there. Eesh, I don't know. We'll see. I did do 2 starfish because I wanted a few starfish. And I'm thinking I might hit some of these with some Stella Wink. I haven't used it in so long, and I did a whole thing where I can put like my markers here, my Tombos and water pens, water brushes in front of me. And I was like, oh, I have some Stella Winks here. So I have one with clear. So I think that's what we'll do. But I'm going to cut them first, so I don't have to wait for that to dry. So I'm just, again, you can make yourself an aperture. Just run these through and then put it over so you know you're placing exactly. And I don't know that I'm placing exactly. I'm pretty sure I'm not, but that's okay. So I'm going to put these down. And I'm going to run those through because I think the other ones are going to have to wait for the next round. And again, I don't mind bringing back my super beat up folder for my marquee because these are just little items and it's not going to mess up my paper. If it was a full-size paper, sometimes you get a little kinking. But again, this folder is super old. Well, I don't say super old. Obviously, it came out when the machine came out. It's super loved. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out the other ones the exact same way. Ooh, you guys, I eyeballed this one really, really well, apparently. Look at that. Just a little off right there. Okay, I'll be right back when they're all cut out. So yeah, I have this Stella Wink of Stella, sorry, I'm all Wink. It's a zig thing, but this is just clear. So I thought maybe we should just add a little something, why not? So I'm just adding a little doot, doot, and kind of going around that little nautilus circle and maybe a little something on this guy's little legs. I think I still have it going, I can't tell. Maybe just a little from here. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, and you know what? It's not just clear. I think this one is called clear gold. Sorry, guys. GL clear, so I think it's gold clear 999. I probably bought this at an expo. I don't even know how long ago. Yeah. Anything fun or funky, it's because I picked up at an expo and I thought, ooh, I'm going to use this, and then just kind of put it away. I'm surprised it's actually open. And that's how old this is, and it still works, so that's really great. I have other ones here that were never opened, as you can see, and I don't even know what colors these are, but I just put them here because I figure if they're in front of me, I will use them. All right, let's get moving on this. So again, I didn't do any distressing, but you can do whatever you like. Again, this paper curled up on me because it's super thin. So that's kind of funny. A lot of times the embossing, it's like, okay, if the paper is thin, it's going to wrinkle. If it's thick, it's going to wrinkle. Now, if it's paper, it's going to wrinkle, right? I'm just joking. Okay. And it did get a little bit squished, but I figured I'm going to put a bunch of stuff up here. I'm not really going to fret. Again, you could run it through again, try it again. However, now this is a whole lighthouse, and these shells are huge, so it's supposed to look like it's in the background, right? I would think. So let me get my 3D glue. Oh, it's right in front of me. I move things around, and this will be more organized. I'll remember. No, now it's usually to my right, now it's right in front. All right, guys. Not bad. It's a cute set. Well, for me, I like the designs. I like the stamps and everything. And now that I think about it, the watercolor is kind of fun because, or the pretend watercolor. So I put it up high like this, and it's kind of sticking out, the lighthouse. But if you want to put this still in an envelope that's going to fit, you're going to have to bring her down. Okay, so I'll bring it down. Aw, we have to put it in an envelope. Don't forget about that. I'm just kind of bringing her down. Bringing her down, bringing her down. All right. And I'm going to do is just look at all of my little pieces and just kind of pile them in here. You know? Oh, look, this tiny one. Maybe this tiny one can go off the side here. So I'm just going to squish glue on the back of all these and stick them down, and I will be right back. Okay, guys. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Obviously we have sentiments, we have ribbon and other things, and I don't even know why this is just kind of hanging out here, but it looks cute, I think. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Maybe I should put them over here. But I think if I had a sentiment, I'd probably put it here or something. That way it's kind of grounding that this little guy's just floating around here. Or fill it up with shells, you know. But they're very cute shells. I do like that a lot. And yeah, so there it is. Let me know what you think if you received yours and what you might be doing with it. And I will see you guys at the next one. All right, bye now.